Somewhere in El Dorado County, in between the Consumnes and the North Fork of the American River, in between Lake Folsom and Lake Tahoe, there's tourmaline, black tourmaline, and we're gonna get some today.
Put my shoes on. You can see the little needles of tourmaline in there. I don't know if the camera's picking them up. And then you can see what I was talking about, where they cut through this hill to make this road, and look, all those piles of rocks right there. That's a little hint as to where we are. Here's a big chunk of just tourmaline. I'm out here with world famous miner Jai. There's some more. You sure that's not asphalt? Crazy mica stuff. This dude just parks his car, walks over, and finds some tourmaline. Enough of this filming stuff, I gotta get my hands dirty. Pyrite? Galena? I don't know. Can't really see the screen, so I'm not sure what I'm shooting, but there's some tourmaline in there. Now this one looks half decent.
Can you see that? Probably not with my shadow in the way. Some black stuff in the ground right there. You said you found a decent one?
I mean, good for slabbing.
Sweet. Oh yeah. I can see it. Unexpected boon. We're finding some little epido, Jai thinks. Some little epido crystals down here. We'll look at all this stuff later when we're not standing on
We're not in peril.
Steep hillside. Woo. Somebody's gonna have to go down and clean out the road. We are here in El Dorado County with quartz, black tourmaline, and epido. Jai found it. Tourmalated quartz, epido crystals. Tourmaline. Tourmaline with epido and quartz. Well, you can see them coming from here. We're just out here working this road cut. We literally drove over a piece of tourmalated quartz to park the car. Things you find when you get out. There's some kind of nodule out here, I guess. I would assume that it's some sort of nodule. It doesn't feel like chert. Did I just find a little vein of epidote? I don't know.
Pretty bird, man. Is it a falcon?
It's a big falcon if it's a falcon. Tourmaline, epidote. Hoping the red stuff's not cinnabar. Seems to be a pretty large crystal right there.
Dude.
You found it?
No, I found a pissed off area of yellow jacket.
Uh-oh. Get stung?
No. No, I would be bitching and moaning if I got stung.
Not much there. Epido, Tourmaline. All right. Well, I got some of the stuff that we gathered cleaned up, and we'll take a look at it. I spent the day researching the difference between black tourmaline and hornblende, because I'm not entirely convinced that some of this isn't hornblende. After a lot of looking and stuff, if I had to bet, I would say that it's tourmaline, but I'm not entirely sure. And maybe when Jai sees this, he'll slap me and say that this is tourmaline, but because he's a much better expert with minerals than I am. My identification skills leave a lot to be desired. These are some of the epidotes. We think they're epidotes. Jai says they are, and that's going to have to be good enough for me. Some kind of neat little crystals that we got. I think we saw this guy already. He made an appearance up there on the hill. Or is it a she? Or are they? Really hard for me to tell whether or not those little needles are tourmaline or hornblende. But like I say, my identification skills are about as good as you would expect for somebody who dropped out of geology. This, I was calling a nodule. Jai called it a xenolith, and I think he's right. It's like a little central piece that forms near granites and stuff. And earlier in the video, we saw a piece that was shaped like a shell, and that would have been one of the layers around this, because I saw a bigger rock. I should have got a picture of it that was just like this, but with layer and layers and layers, and they all got bigger as it went out. So that's probably a xenolith. We saw this rock out in the field, but it was one of the favorites of the day. What we think is epidote and what we think is tourmaline with some quartz. And there's this other creamy white mineral that's present a lot in this stuff too, and I'm not sure what it is yet. And I think this is granite here. This is one of the pieces that makes me wonder if it isn't hornblende out there. We saw the big black chunks like this that have what looks like the little needles of tourmaline. There were some pieces that looked pretty good to slab. And Jai got those. He got some of those. I've been finding some in mine that is slabbable. But hopefully we'll be able to see some pictures from him soon. This one was kind of my favorite of the day, I think, with that big crystal there, which actually has probably a tourmaline crystal in it. Maybe that's an epidote crystal right here with a tourmaline crystal in it. And maybe the red is iron oxide. It's kind of a cool three-dimensional piece. I'm thinking I might make a wood stand for it. And I did take some stuff out today, because the stuff I cut in the video wasn't all that spectacular. And so I did some slabbing and I found some stuff that might make some cool jewelry. Whether or not it's hornblende or tourmaline, it's from our county. It's local. There's a nice little slab that I got. Kind of cool looking. So there is some slabbable material in there, and we might actually have jewelry that comes out of that day. And I don't know if I covered everything I wanted to cover or not, but that's what I'm going to cover. I'd like to thank you all for watching. And if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Hope to see you next time. This was a fun one. Peace.